Hi guys, it's Blackie and welcome back to the channel. Okay, today continuing in the ground pounder series, we're going to keep my promise. I said I was going to do a more in-depth look into this modern assault pack. Now, let's understand a little bit here that back in the day, troopers carried gear on web belts, they carried it on harnesses, they carried it in many different ways. The needs of the combat trooper to be able to carry a big bulky pack when they're moving from A to B, and if they encounter enemy activity, whatever, being able to dump that pack and then pull what they have on them, what they needed, like ammo, water, a little bit of food, enough to give them like 24, 48 hours, 72 hours on them. So this has been done in various ways in the past. In Vietnam it was a butt pack. That's what you kept a little bit of food in and everything else. In Vietnam, it was a butt pack. It's where you kept a little bit extra food and stuff like that, and then other pouches stuck around. The Alice pack was used for the big, bulky stuff, extra ammo, extra weapons, extra explosives, grenades, whatever, and something to sleep in, your poncho, etc. And they could dump that and go strictly to their combat harness to engage the enemy. Over time, that evolved. That by the 80s, they had gone, late 80s, they had gone into a big elaborate combat vest that fit on the body with each modular system and things locked onto it, the beginning of the MOLLE system. And then by the time we got into the Desert Wars, we had kind of backed up a little bit and went, yeah, we're overburdening the guys. And so what they did was they took a page out of the backpackers side of the market, so to speak, and you had a combat pack, which was a big pack like the M90 and stuff like that, and you would put your big bulky stuff that you're transporting from A to B, and usually you're riding in trucks. Rarely did you have to walk with it very far, and you're moving from one forward location to another, and you're dumping in. You're going to be camping here, so to speak, while you're doing combat patrols or whatever. Usually you would then leave that at base camp, transfer into a transport, either an armored vehicle, a helicopter, truck or something, and fly you to the actual location. So you needed to be able to grab and have more than I could carry on a little web harness, and yet less than that big bulky pack because it was too encumbersome. And that's where they came up with the idea of the assault pack. Now this is basically a knapsack. It's a rucksack that is set up to be mission specific. And so therefore, one, this thing's heavy. This thing's at least 2 or 3, it's at least 3 pounds, or maybe even 4 pounds by itself right here, before you ever put any gear in it. It's meant to be rugged and durable, but it ain't light. Alright, let's start with this side. It has on it a chest strap that comes across and locks. This keeps the 2 straps from spreading away from you and takes the pressure off your shoulders. When you put one of these, a pack on, you get up there and it feels like your arms are going numb. It's pressing too hard up here on this part of the shoulder, and it's kind of cutting off circulation. By adding a chest strap and pulling that together, that frees that up, so now the weight's just up on top. By adding a waist belt on it, I can put the weight on my hips and take it off my shoulders, and by slacking my shoulders, I put more of the weight on my hips, and I can give my shoulders a rest. At the same time, when it starts digging into my waist, I can kind of hop up and pull it tighter and shift the weight up on my shoulder. And so as the day progresses, I can get some relief. You understand what I'm saying? You have a name pocket right here for you to slide identification into it so you can tell who's packing what. Then you have another pocket. This whole back part right here is a pocket, and you can stuff stuff down in here. Now I would bet that this is where what we're talking about, that's where I'd want to slide in a poncho, a quick grab, something like that, because A, it would add extra padding between my back and this gear, and B, it would also make something that I could quick and easily deploy in case of inclement weather. Pull my poncho out, throw it over me while still wearing the pack. Once I, so to speak, put the pack right back on. then put the poncho on. When it quits raining, shake it out real good, fold it up, shove it back in there, and be back on the road. Ain't got to unpack or unzip nothing, which will be quick. You could also have other pieces of gear that slide in there, a map case, stuff like that would slide in pretty easily. Now, an upgrade on the old Vietnam pack, they had one quick disconnect that allowed it to drop off of it. On this pack, there's one on either side. What it is, you take this little tab right here and you jerk, and when you jerk on it, it pops apart. This quick snap deploys and it falls off of you. This way, if you get tangled up, you could get out of the pack. To put it back, you push it underneath, push down till it clicks, and then you put the snap back in place to do it. That allows you to be able to get out of this in a hurry if you're bound up in something, which could be a real asset. I really like this. Now, on the side of the pack, we have these two large straps. This is perfect for putting a rolled up bedroll or something long and awkward. I could come around here and snap with quick detach buckles right here, and a lot of adjustments, so I can flare this out pretty wide. You could do a bedroll, like an old Civil War bedroll, over the top of it and come around and hook if you needed to. Across the top, you've also got those type of loops, and you've got a large quick grab carry handle right there. Very handy. You also have sets of MOLLE loops right here where I can attach various pouches to the side. Hydration, canteens, sustainment pouches. There's tons of pouches for MOLLE that would fit onto these loops, so I could custom set up this pack for what I want. Now that's a big advantage, because I could set up a pouch specifically for land nav that I could put on here, so that whenever I'm going to be doing land nav, I pull it and I put it on the pack. Or water purification, something special I got to do because the area I'm going in requires something special. Or, I don't know, field books, because I'm going to be working on specific crafts and I want my books with me to help refer back to. That could fit on the outside in a given specific pouch would fit onto here. Then on the front, all the way to the front, there's this pouch. This velcros, and this is a large pouch right here in the front. This would be a very good quick grab pouch, like for a fire kit or something like that. Easy and quick to get into. Then above that, you got a pair of zippers that open up to a large internal pocket right here. I mean, this is, you can put a basketball in there, which would be gear I'm needing more access to, but you know, quicker than this, but I ain't got to dig in my big pack. It'd be right here. And then you got a pair of zippers with big, robust, two pulls on big, robust zipper and a storm flap. Then you got two buckles here that go to a different piece of kit that would sit on top of it, a separate bag. Up here on the top, you got another row of MOLLE. With this section here, remember the old Alice pack that had, you could put ammo pouches, you could put compass pouches, whatever, and put it where it was easily grabbed so you could tailor to you. Now, you have the two side zippers, you have two zipper pulls that allow you to unzip to the main body of the bag. The main body opens up like this and gives you a great big cavernous section. In the back of in the corner of it, there is a loop ring right there where you could attach something. This would be a great place to put your car keys or something so that they can't be lost. Some sort of loop or connector to go to that. I'm sure there's something specific. And also, guys would want to put into this back here, probably be a hydration bladder or something like that. I'm not a big fan of those, but you guys may be, so they would go there. And then in this back pocket, you have padding that slides in. This is it's broken, but this would be a frame that comes in, make it into a soft frame to give it some shape. And there's an additional piece of pad in there. Now, in my first video, I asked what these straps are for in here. I'm sure they got a use, because as you see, they form an X in there, and then they come out and you've got these two really long straps like this. I'm sure this was intentional, and so I don't know what this is for, please leave down in the comments, you vets, and tell me what that was used for. I think it'd be some sort of spy rig or something to pick somebody up. Now the name on this pack, I've got the declaration information tag. It is a MOLLE 2 modular lightweight load carrying equipment assault pack is what it's officially called. MOLLE 2 modular lightweight load carrying equipment assault pack. That's the official name of this bag. My friend is a vet of the Desert Wars and tells me that he spent a lot of time with one of these. Now, you're probably not going to find these in anything but ACU or desert camo. You can find these in Cody Tan, you can find them in these ACU. I would prefer the ACU over the khaki, but that's just me. I'm in the woodlands. At least it's gray and would blend in a little bit better than that all stark white sand color. But these bags are available. As you can see, oh, and got to add drain holes in the bottom. Very nice to get water out of it, and you've got connection straps, loops around here where you can put another bedroll or something underneath the bottom of it. So this rucksack could easily handle 3-day camping up to a week camping pretty easily. They're available. They're modern surplus today. Now you vets, down there in the comments, any modification that you've made to them, put it down here, because I'm learning from you too. Again, I'm an old wolf, and most of my stuff was 4-year time, and so I know all the tips and tricks to do an Alice pack, and I know all the tips and tricks to do an old Vietnam butt pack, but I don't know so much about these. I never had one of them, because whenever I was doing it, this was the expensive stuff. This was the $300 packs and stuff like that. I mean, I couldn't afford these, and so it had to be the Alice packs and stuff. But today, these are the surplus packs that are available, and so that might be something you want to look at. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. There'll be more coming in the Ground Pounder series and outfitting you for the field. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.